Hope you all had an amazing weekend. Hope you are all ready to resume from where we left off last time. And what moment was that again? Who can remind me?
Um,
I will. We just finished killing a bunch of two-headed dogs because we were looking for food again because
Yeah.
our provision are still spoiled.
Hmm.
But we do have a plan for the upcoming night to see if the caravan master is actually being a mole and knows more than she tells us.
yeah, and for Vergerus to notice this, it's a big step forward.
Yep.
Anyone else has anything else to add to that?
Uh, Elijah almost died again.
Yep.
Elijah almost dies every session, I feel.
It was a close call.
Just a couple, you know.
But didn't you find out anything while talking to Rani, the caravan leader, about that weird fourth wagon who is always closed and whom she doesn't let anyone get near it?
Yep. And she
Uh,
reacted pretty defensively.
Yeah, but she warned you guys that she would take a look at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Take
Because
a look.
Guys,
because
do you think we can sneak myself in there?
because what were your suspicions about it again?
That there was a cursed item in there,
Yes.
Yeah, ditto.
possibly.
Nice. And why you're I'm just asking because this we was much of the things that we role played for many minutes last session, and I just want you to get it refreshed.
Yeah, we, fuck, we, we knew it. It was cursed something. It was something in that uh caravan
Yeah.
thing
Necrotic
that was
energy.
possibly, yes, necrotic energy, possibly tampering with the food, impacting everyone's mood.
Yep.
Guys, what if I just
Yeah.
snuck in? Easy W.
Yeah.
How can you sneak in there? There's no doors or windows.
Oh, I'll find a way.
Yeah, that's not
Why do
sketchy.
you find a way?
Yes, yes, you could always Misty step in there.
Yeah, I do have Misty Step now, guys.
Mr. Step, you need
Like sneaking
to
through a crack and then Misty step.
yeah, you need to be looking to where you want to go. But
I
yeah,
can see a crack.
there is one door. There are no windows, but there's a door who
Ah,
is always closed. You never saw anyone, not even Rani, opening it. But anyways, uh, yeah, that's a good plan. Maybe Hisea with her natural stealthiness or her powers of stepping into the mist. That's how it works, right? But for that, to start working on that plan, you need to get back to the caravan because for now, you once again wandered the desert in search of food. Not only provisions for you, but for all the your companions, all the other travelers
Correct.
in the same caravan that you are right now. You just you have just fought, and I believe we finished the combat encounter, right?
yes.
With the dogs, yes.
Yes. You have just fought and prevailed over some creatures of the desert. You do not know if they are accursed, as this word, this notion of curses is sort of kind of everywhere at this moment, but either way, these are all but skeletons and remains of the vicious beast known as a death dog. So, will this the four corpses of these uh, desert creatures, will this be enough food for the whole caravan? Would you guys try want to try to roll maybe a survival check to see if you can answer that, or if this meat is even edible?
Edible.
I'm gonna need added to the map.
Yeah. Let me drag your character into it. Hisaya, you were back there, just following some tracks, seeing if you could find anything by yourself, and you let the guys go forward on their own path. And now that you finally heard the shouts and the battle, you come back to them and see that they are already the victors over these animals. What do you do?
Guy's gonna mutter a curse in fucking giant of all things.
Okay.
Not even in elven, but in giant. And then can I do the survival check for them?
Yeah, if you have the skill or if anyone else wants to help, you guys can decide which way is
I
best.
am sending Victor
Mm-hmm.
up and around, and I am looking through his eyes to scout the area from a bird's eye view.
Nice. That's a good plan.
Elijah, I got this. I know good food.
Elijah pokes it with his sword and just goes, it might work.
Yeah. Elijah, you're not so sure. You would have to taste it before you have some certainty. But Kamei, is it Kamei or is it Kami
You could just say Hisaya.
Hisaya? Hisaya, you on the other hand are more knowledgeable, have more previous knowledge of these kinds of things. You have heard, or maybe you have even eaten death dog before. You know that this creature, even when prepared with less salt or less spices or anything really, this creature's meat is always too salty naturally. It's edible, but too much of it, like what you would, like a beef of death dog, would cause the person who eats it to feel more thirst, which is also a problem of yours. You also don't have that much water. So if it's to save from starvation, it could work. It could be a good solution. But if you could find, you still have time. If you could find something else, that would be much better.
She's gonna look over at Elijah and just be like, or, well, does anyone else? Do either of you guys have like a dagger or sword?
I have my sword.
That's why she was looking over at you first.
if she looks down at me, I am like in the process of kneeling down to like cut a bit of the dog meat off to taste it, just to check.
You're going to eat a bit of it raw?
Just a little bit, just to see.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Elijah's like, surely it'll be fine.
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
Isaya's gonna look at Burgers and just like,
If it is a tall ask, can I ask for your dagger real quick?
Yeah, take it.
she grabs the dagger, just cuts a shank off the dead dog. She's gonna cut. She's gonna cut two shanks off, two little slabs of meat,
Mm-hmm.
and she's gonna consider that enough. Even though there's a bunch of them, she's gonna consider that enough because of the dehydration effects.
Elijah's gonna eat like a little bit.
Yeah. Elijah, you end up finding out on your own the same thing that Hisaya already knew. This meat looks edible. It doesn't taste poisonous, but it's way too salty.
Ugh. It tastes like hardtack. Oh, bad. Okay.
Yeah,
I think we should find something else.
We need something else. Those things are probably poisonous, and if not, like they probably diseased. Or something.
It's certainly unpleasant, but palatable. If we need their meat, it can work. But I believe everyone would much rather find something else to eat.
Well, I would.
Very good.
It's.
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
Very good. Did you make a perception check for your pet?
Yeah, I'm using my perception because I'm seeing
Through its eyes. Yeah.
through its eyes because familiar perception +2. Yeah, not
Were
bad.
you saying something, Elijah, before that?
No, I just simply stating the same thing.
Okay.
I am
Unaware.
noticing that there's the ground. Yes,
And if you look
that
up,
is for sure the ground.
and if you look up, there is for sure the sky.
Wow, I have the sense of up and down.
Yeah. You don't
That's
see.
pretty impressive from a bat point of view. What a grass. What?
Sorry.
Someone is having fun with our soundboard.
Nickelback?
You guys feel free if you have any funny audios to add to our soundboard. I just don't know if there's many slots. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Oh, D&D needed a soundboard. I'm so glad I know that.
Where are you?
We can make a soundboard with just 2000s rock with Nickelback and that one. Anyways, Vergers, you have no idea of what lies in your surroundings. If there's food, if there's enemies, you have not perceived anything.
Oh yeah, I will say she hands back his dagger after cutting the meat off.
Thank you. Well,
Nods.
it seems the area is not populated. At least they're not in the open. We should still be wary of other potential ambushes.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, I did kill someone with my magic, right?
I believe so, but I'm not sure.
So yeah,
You gain hit points.
temporary hit points. My
Nice.
charisma bonus plus my warlock level.
Yeah,
9.
Oh, damn.
you can have it. No problem.
Nice.
Oh, okay. You.
Might come in handy.
All right. Uh,
Will you guys take a short rest before resuming the hunt? Because Elijah's not looking too healthy.
Okay. Hold on. Let me just see real quick. Can I make a deception check to try and hide how hurt I am?
Yes, you can.
no.
But they saw
Alright.
you being beaten
Yeah.
and
Half of you is eaten.
scratched.
How can you lie?
Say, okay, I got a 15. We'll leave it down to the rolls just to see.
Just a flesh wound.
Okay, yeah, he's very clearly like trying to he's clearly hurt, but he's trying to like because he knows the mission that we're on is important. You know, the longer we wait, you know. Oh, natural Jesus. It,
Yeah, it's very obvious.
he's there's only so much standing straighter can do.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
He is very clearly very badly wounded.
I can just assume Hisaya and Philip are looking at each other, looking at Elijah, looking at each other, looking at Elijah.
Yeah, he just like, oh, shall we continue? You know, I meant, you know, the sooner we get this done.
I mean, if you want to, I got no problem with that. But that's on your head, be it.
Guys, if he goes down, we're fine. Actually, I have to say this in character.
No. I do agree. I absolutely do agree. Like, we can take a breather. Victor can stand guard.
I could also stand guard. I am more than able to.
Oh, no.
I
No resource depleted.
I do believe. Listen, the mission that we're on is to gather food for the caravan. The people are relying on us. I mean, if you all would like to rest, that's fine. But I feel the mission might take precedence. But if you would like to rest, I guess I will not oppose.
Roll a deception. I want to see how well you gaslight.
Yeah. Or persuasion.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let's do persuasion.
I'm rolling a pretty good insight.
Oh my
Damn,
God.
I got 25. He grew up in a noble household. He does gaslighting pretty good.
Yeah. He has proficiency in gaslight.
This gaslighting
Yeah.
is pretty good.
It's like, if you would all like to rest, I cannot say I blame you. You know, the body can only take so much. So if you need to rest, that is fine.
Okay. You take a breather, a quick, short rest. You. I would say you had used the time to have a quick meal, but you don't have food. That's the whole point. So.
Yeah.
You simply take your time, take a breather, drink some water after the salty dog meat, but you end up feeling better after that. Anyone that needs to do a short one can do it, no problem.
Which one's short rest? Is it the knife and fork?
Yeah.
Button.
I think if you
It's a-
hover
it's-
with your mouse, it will say.
Sweet, thank you. Okay, let's just Land abilities. See that. Rest. Did it do the thing?
Yeah, I think it did. Okay.
Did it? I didn't gain any health though.
I don't know how it works for players. Does anyone know how to roll the hit dice?
Oh,
You do your normal hit die, which I believe for a paladin's a D10, or
Oh yes.
you do your D10 plus your con modifier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, when you click like short rest,
Yeah,
if
you
you there's
you click
hit
short
dice,
rest, you hit die.
and you click on the dice icon.
You could also just click auto spend.
ERB.
Yes.
I don't need a short rest, so I'm gonna keep my hit die.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I'm full.
So Vergerus already tried to scout his surroundings and he was not very lucky. Does anyone else want to spend this short rest with their eyes open, seeing if there's any invaders, anything like that? A 15 perception, good.
Yeah, yeah. I'm standing guard with
There we
my
go.
skeleton.
You spend all 5. Damn.
Yeah, I was badly injured.
And you're our healer? I don't have faith.
Listen, it's
My
fine.
faith is rapidly dwindling. My faith is rapidly
I would not say I'm the healer. I'm just, I'm more the meat shield. I make it to where you all won't need healing, except me. I will also say the entire short rest. He immediately when you guys were like, "Oh yeah, let's go ahead and short rest," he walked over to this wall and like kind of bonelessly just slid, just sat, and he just stayed there, kind of catatonic. Until it was time to go.
Okay.
Mistake decided cutting off one last one last cut of meat off of that one.
He say, unlucky
Well,
for
keep your
you.
eyes open.
Unlucky for you. You were the one who saw that you weren't as alone as you first thought.
Oh yeah.
As you were
I'm glad
rest-
that the charismatic characters up at front, guys.
as you were resting in this crevasse of the valley, you heard the sound of movement, of footsteps, and you kept your guards up. As the warriors of the Banu Qatal tribe appeared once again, stealthily approaching from the mountain. This time they weren't carrying their traditional weapons. One of them was even with both his arms, both his hands open and his arms stretched, as a way of showing you that he was not holding any weapons or nor defending himself, as a way of showing that he was there to parley.
Oh wait, aren't only me and Philippa the ones able to talk back to them? Because of their language. Yilker, do you want to handle it? Or do you want me to?
You go ahead.
I'm not charismatic. I'm not charismatic.
Everybody to-
I'm not charismatic. Don't put me in, coach. Do not put me in.
Yeah, for those who read the setting document, these tribesmen, they speak the language of the region. They speak Zen. They have their own dialect, but anyone who knows how to speak the language can understand and communicate. No problem.
Another question. If we don't speak the language, could we try anyway?
I'm gonna interpret. I'm gonna interpret for Elijah.
Yeah. If you don't speak the language, I can allow a few checks to see how
I'll
well
interpret for him.
you end up communicating with them.
Okay.
Something
Which one?
based off intelligence. I will allow maybe history.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can try a history check.
Can I
Okay.
just translate for them?
Also try history
You,
check.
you know the language?
Yeah. Can I just translate for them?
Oh, there we are, guys. Don't need to roll. We have someone who speaks the.
Yes, I do speak your language.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. What do you want, Soul? You are the first one to hear, Hisaiah. What appears to be the leader of the group, saying, "We have come in peace. Don't need to hold your weapons against us. We're only here to talk."
Mm.
Let's consider that you are translating in real time. So
Yeah.
anyone else wants to be the speaker can say what they wish.
I am not charismatic. I am not charismatic.
very, very well. You may
I'll
speak.
step into it. I'll step in to assist if Hisaya needs it. 'Cause I understand them.
Okay. What have you said, Elijah?
Very well. You may speak.
20 feet.
I believe there was a misunderstanding about our purpose that night. We were convinced by the blind sage that we could deposit our trust on you. Is that correct?
Depends.
That depends.
Why did you attack the caravan that night?
The attack was motivated by a dream, a prophetic vision that showed us our land being raided by a great evil. We were only hoping to avoid a dire fate. The blind sage
feel like-
had told us that you fight for the same purpose.
Sure.
And what purpose might that be?
The protection of lives, the avoiding of damage.
I would agree with that. At least speaking for myself. I have to say, I do not. You say you attacked the caravan because of a prophetic dream. Did you not think to maybe parley with the caravan to try other means? I mean, how many people did you lose in that conflict? And keep in mind, I know how many, because I buried them. Your way seems to be flawed, and seemingly it did not work out well for you.
We have not lost, for they all returned to the sand. But you are correct that our numbers were shortened that evening. I make now an offer. If you are hungry, come. Have a dining with us. And come meet our leader, the wisest of our tribe. He has much wisdom to share, if you're willing.
I look to the rest of my party for like would they feel
I'm jumping
before
the
I
gun,
answer.
guys. I'm jumping the gun. I'm gonna say in Zen, in their language.
I am not opposed to a dining and meeting with your leader.
Yeah, and then I say, yes, we humbly accept your invitation.
Presumably, because I don't know what you were all saying. Elijah will say, I will agree to this on one condition. I want you to apologize to the leader of our caravan for the grave slight you have caused her.
I only interpret the I agree.
Perfect. Let's go.
Can I? Okay. Could I insight check to see if they are interpreting my message fully?
Yes, you can insight check.
Yeah. Okay.
No, that was actually a wise move.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's.
Nope.
I have full trust in my party.
Yeah.
I did not do good on that deception though.
No, you
Ooh.
do not.
Okay.
I did not do good on that
In
deception.
that case, I will turn to Isaiah and just go, are you not translating my words properly?
she looks at you like the shut the fuck up look.
I feel it is just a simple apology. Both groups were
Points at
slighted.
them, She points at you. She points at them. She points at you, and she's like, "They're more feral than you. What are you thinking?"
Yeah, I agree. I think us sharing breaking bread, sharing food, sharing company is just fine. But I think both sides should, because an entire caravan is relying on us for food, and we're just supposed to be like, hey guys, let's just eat with the people that just tried to slaughter us the night before.
Eli,
That'll be fine.
Eli.
Eli, if I'm gonna be honest with you, in a time of war, you do not ask the other side to apologize if they attack you.
Yes, you do. If you wish to eat with me, yes, apologize to my friend, and then we'll talk.
Okay, then Elijah
That's
stays
a
here.
simple ask.
Stays here in the desert. The rest will go. No, just kidding.
Yeah, I'll give you the meat, Elijah. You can have fun with dehydration.
I just want to be very clear. I am not disagreeing with going. I am completely fine with going. This seems like a very fine request. I feel like it is not that much to ask for both parties to apologize to each other, so to ease tensions and to ease communication. I feel as though I am not being unfair.
Through the
No, you
entire
are.
rant, through the entire rant,
I mean-
Isaiah translates the "I am fine with going." Straight to try to eat with the fruits. That's all she translates.
So what are we waiting for?
Come here a minute,
Nice.
if I may. 1 minute. 1 minute. Because I
Very-
think you are
Yep.
missing a very important point. Come
I-
here.
Explain to me how I'm like. We can't just rock up to the. We cannot walk back to the caravan and be like, "Hey guys, well, let's eat with the people that just tried to kill them the night before."
Eli, you are speaking at me and not listening.
Fine. I'm
That
sorry.
is bad
I am
manners.
sorry. I am sorry, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you. You see, the reason why you do not ask for an apology lies in the fact that these people may know that there's either something in the cart or that our caravan master isn't as clean as she seems to be, and thus they may have been completely justified in their attack. So, what I'm saying is, we do wait, we talk with their less stupid chief, see what he has to say, and then, if I am wrong, you will be free to ask for this apology, possibly like away from us in case they start to be hostile. But
Listen,
until that, I am suggesting you very emphatically to consider the fact that these savages may be right.
For once, Ver is correct.
let me just say this. Whether or not hold on. What is her name? I know it was
Ronnie?
Ronnie. I think I said it before. I'm so sorry. Listen, Miss Ronnie may or may not be guilty in league. We don't know. We're throwing suspicion to the wind. Maybe she's guilty of some crime. Maybe she knows things more than she's letting on. Sure. I don't think a dream, a prophecy justifies attacking the caravan. At the very least, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Maybe they are justified. Whether or not they are, the rest of the caravan, the innocent civilians that were there, they didn't deserve that. They didn't deserve to feel endangered.
Eli,
I'm just saying, listen, I'm willing to...
No, I will not let you be this hypocritical paladin. Prophetic dreams have sparked holy wars. You don't say that to me.
Ver is correct.
am not here to argue. I am not here to argue about all of Palindom. Okay? I am speaking about right here and right now. Those civilians, the innocent people of the caravan, deserve to, at the very least, a basic, I'm sorry for trying to kill you. And maybe they could apologize for killing their friends. I think we are all ignoring the simple fact that these people are relying on us to provide them sustenance and means for survival, and we're just supposed to lead them to this group that they have reasonable hostility with. They have tension with them for good reason.
Elijah,
Look,
can
if
I
you
break
want,
something down to you, Elijah? Can I, on utmost honesty, to interpret Vergorus's words? if you ask them to apologize, you might spark more conflict by demanding an apology for us to show up just to eat with them and broker a truce. If you are in war, you do not, before you are negotiating, demand an apology with that who you are fighting with.
See?
You
She
only do
gets
that
it.
whenever you are done with negotiating and one side claims fault.
See, maybe it will spark a greater conflict, maybe it won't. We won't know because you won't translate what I'm saying. Let them speak for themselves. Let them know my words, and if they get offended by it, if I need to placate, I will. For the sake of you all, I will placate. I want to be very clear. I understand what you all are saying. I am just saying I disagree.
So put him to sleep. We'll drag him there.
Are you going to cast sleep on him?
Someone should. Let's just drag him there. Actually, I think it's only like 1 minute, right?
Yeah, probably.
Listen, I don't just translate my words. If they get offended, call me an imbecile, say I do not know what I'm talking about. I do not care. Just translate what I am saying. And if need be, I will placate if they get offended. But I feel I am correct. I feel like, at the very least, I have a point.
He translates the call me an imbecile while pointing at you.
Very good. Okay, Jonah, this is taking us nowhere. So I will ask for you to concede as a player, to not have
Okay.
your way, because this is 3 against 1. Everyone else agrees that it's not a good plan. So even though we know Elijah wouldn't, Elijah would.
Elijah's gonna have to count his way to their camp.
Yeah, let's.
I think Elijah is at least self-aware. Like he's seeing the energy, he's seeing the direction. He knows he's not gonna get his like. Even though he still disagrees vehemently, he's not going to get like his way, so he'll just acquiesce. He'll just go very well, fine.
Yeah.
Let us go.
Sorry,
break.
you've been outvoted.
To put it
That's fine.
simply, Hisaya agrees with you. There should be an apology.
Mm.
But to be fair, Hisaya also realizes that the reason why she didn't translate it is that it might just spark more conflict.
I mean, you're right. You know, it might. It's Elijah is. He knows he's correct, and he doesn't like the idea of backing down, but he will, because he is outnumbered. He is just one man who just got his ass kicked by dogs.
Yeah.
He can't, even if he's very certain he could take them on. He is a part of a group. He is not by himself, one man. So he will. He tried his best to argue and get his way. It's not working. He will acquiesce.
What the dog doing?
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
The Banukatal says,
Let's go.
"Follow
Let's
us,"
go.
and then they
Let's
start
go.
shredding through the desert for you to follow.
Can I just climb up the rock face?
Yeah. I don't know if you can,
That-
but yeah.
Do I have to roll an acrobatics?
No, it's because there's a wall in there.
Yeah, can I? Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna climb up and throw a rope down. I doubt Elijah's gonna be able to carry himself up.
I am going to do an athletics check to climb up.
Okay.
Boop. 16.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I just climb up.
yeah, it's very rocky.
See how cool it is climbing
Managed
up.
to do
It is
it.
not a cool climb up. It is one of those like poor climbing situations for Sun. Out of practice. Maybe you lose his hold like every few seconds and then eventually climbs up. Because she's light. It's like one of those free climbers that like lose their grip and they're like, and then grabs their grip again.
Okay. The tribesmen wander through the desert, taking you around. It seems at first that even their paths aren't exactly correct. Oh my god, we have a complainer here. What do you want? You hungry? Can you guys hear the cat?
Yes. Sweet little cat.
Yeah. Her name is Zena, just like the warrior princess.
My cat, whenever we play, will sometimes try to break my door down.
Yeah.
Because I don't want them in here just fucking with shit
Yeah.
while
me
we're
too.
playing, and she takes offense to that.
Xander, you were saying?
Nothing.
Okay. They even guide you through some places and some spots that you in your lesser knowledge of the ways of the desert wouldn't even say they were paths that one could take. But even so, you do. Eventually, you climb up to one of the highest points of these stone mesas, these rocky formations of natural rocky formations of the desert. And when you are way up there, you are finally able to see the whole camp. The whole camp. Where is it, the whole camp? Here. Forgot to add some camels here. For sure.
Camels?
Yeah.
I love camels.
You guys are way down there on the map. Probably you is what you see. These four guys are the ones that guided you, and in front of you, you can see their whole tribe. At one point, we came up with the questions of how many warriors, because this is much farther from their actual territory. Even the attack that night was made by an incredible number of warriors. And now what you see in front of you is even more warriors, so far away from their territory. And now that you know a little bit more, you know that they are motivated by what you have seen and understood as whatever is the curse that lies on your caravan. You see this situation, you see this amount of warriors, of people. What do you do?
Okay. Let's let them accompany us into the camp and talk to the elder. The sooner the better.
The first thing we should do is acquire food.
Agreed.
And Elijah will just stay quiet.
Yeah.
Not to-
please.
If Sai is trying to listen in, more or less.
Hmm.
Like listen for side conversations,
Mm-hmm.
anything that stands out. You know.
Okay.
Okay. How do their food provisions look? Can we see some? Are
Yeah.
they in a good state? Are they in a bad state like ours?
You can see that there is plenty of food. They brought some animals, not only the camels on the pen, but you see some other uh, smaller pens with what looks like chickens. Uh,
Okay.
Even if
Good.
it's not on the map, you can imagine it. Okay.
Okay.
um, and
It's under the tent, duh.
yeah. uh, and they have plenty of fruits, fruits like uh, uh,
Okay.
watermelons, things like that, like tropical types of fruits. As far as you can tell, you just got here, but they all look edible. They all look healthy food. No
Okay.
signs of
Perfect.
spoiling
Perfect.
or anything.
Perfect. So this curse is not as extended. It's just nearby. Just
I
us.
I do have a question.
Hmm.
You said this is out of the territory.
Yeah.
Do they all look like raiders, or is it like a hodgepodge mix of clothing?
No, they all. This is another thing that it's weird. This concentration you see right here, they are all warriors. They all look like healthy adults. There are no children. There are no elderly. So this is not a segment of the tribe that is wandering this far off the desert. This is
No.
a military
Yeah.
uh,
This is a
jungle.
raiding
Yeah,
outpost.
exactly. And they brought so many things. They brought the animals, as I said. They brought so many things needed for survival in long term. You said, he said, that you were to keep your
Listening.
eyes out, listening to
Mhm.
conversation, but unfortunately for you, the moment you walked in, uh, silence took over. They are all silently doing their job, but mostly they stare at you.
Could could I take a study action?
To what do you want to study?
I want to investigate like what is more like a vibe check, I guess.
Hmm.
I want to know, based on looking around, are, were they not expecting us, or is it silent because we finally arrived and they're expecting something to happen?
Go ahead. That's a good one.
Good, really good.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a nat one, guys. But it was a bonus action. It was a study action.
You're not on initiative, so doesn't matter if
don't-
it's a bonus or.
Yeah, I know. No, it's not a bonus action, but it is something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
You're-
are certainly people.
Yeah, you're unaware, completely unaware if they are aggressive or they're just curious. You simply do not know.
I fucking hate New King Mind, guys. New King Mind sucks. Don't know why I took it.
Anyone else wants to do or say anything? So far, they
I'll-
have
Could
been
I'll try-
silent.
I'll also try an investigation check.
Yeah.
I'm any better. Oh, that's a little better.
I think I would also like to try it. Just to see.
Go ahead.
I'm also a little concerned if they're looking at me like I'm fucking weird. As well.
yeah. Yeah, it's Philaker who will be able to tell. Uh, you can you are from around, right, Filiker? You're from around, so you
Yeah.
know something about their tradition. Probably the stillness, the tense moment is thanks to their tradition of being aggressive to outsiders. They are really uh, a people that prefer to keep to themselves amongst themselves, and this right here, this invitation to have you for dinner or for a feast, whatever it is, it's rare. It's the rarest occasion that there could be for them.
Wow.
You think that's why you are received with these glares. But other than that, so far nothing happened.
But mm, can I possibly do? There's not like an etiquette check. Can I do like an insight check or something, to see if it's bad manners to immediately get food, or do we have to kind of like kiss the ring and meet the elder first?
Yeah, that's there's no need for a check to that. You have said it yourself. It's bad manners.
Very well. Let's get this over with, and I will just walk. Is there an area where it looks like they would be at?
There is something being cooked here, and there are some pillows. So on the top of this, kind of like uh, an upper part here, it looks more like it would be there.
Isaiah, out
there-
of manners, is going to grab some of her rope out and is going to tie a little harness around her waist to keep her rapier stuck to the scabbard, like stuck inside. To show them that she also has no intention of drawing a sword,
Mm-hmm.
while also, you know, ensuring that the bow is properly secured as well.
Nice.
Out of
Is
decor.
there one of them that looks either significantly older or significantly buffer or has some sort of marker of their status as the wisdom or the elder or whatever you call them?
You really can't tell because of the masks.
Oh,
They are all
Uh,
very similar.
Elijah is just gonna come over here and just sit down and just wait.
Okay.
Like, because I guess Elijah kind of just assumes like if I need to be somewhere else, they will tell me where to go. Uh, so he'll just sit here until either the person they're supposed to meet comes to him, or they tell him where to go to meet them.
So
look
far,
where he just sort of like follow the suit and just like goes and sits down right next to Elijah.
the silence has been loud in your ears. You are expecting something to happen, someone to tell you something, but each moment feels like it's never going to happen. But finally, to your relief, someone appears. Someone that was still maybe hidden, maybe uh, waiting, but that they were inside of one of these tents. They come out of it. They don't look like a tribal warrior. They look like a warrior through and through, wearing uh, clothing to adapted to walk in the harshness of the desert, but also looks resembles armor, resembles heavy armor, in fact, from the lands beyond the Great Zenok. He also
Billiker sort of sensing their presence, sort of like scampers to his feet.
he also has a type of mask, but one that's much different, very much the same way. A mask that looks more like one made by a skilled uh, by a skilled artificer or smith. The man in question, or woman, we don't know yet, looks like this.
Oh,
Mm.
that's cool.
They walk
Alright.
with fir-
Ooh.
firm steps. Uh, interestingly, leaving very few marks, footsteps on the sand as it treads, and they sit next to you and speak finally, just like the cat is
Are they
speaking.
speaking in Zen?
They sit down and they speak in the common tongue, the same one that everyone here speaks. In terms of in universe, let's say it's the language of Dervin, which is like the global language, like English. Um, so yeah,
How
they
closely related? I do have a question. How closely related, language-wise, is Kyrie? You know,
is what? Sorry.
Kyrie, the language of the elves, I think.
No,
To,
it's son of a bitch
the
disconnected
normal.
my phone. Kyrie is the language of the realm of Kyrus.
Kyrie. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's over here, right? Where
Yeah.
the elves are.
Yeah, I don't know
Where's
where
it
over
at?
here is because you're the only one that's in the world map. But
I-
fucking cat,
Yep. The
motherfucker.
language the elves speak. How close is that to?
Guys, 1 second. I have to take care of this motherfucker here. Why the fuck you keep disconnecting my phone? Oh. Cadê tua mãe, hein? Cadê aquela Kinga da tua mãe?
Guys, I think he's kicking the cat out of the room.
The
I was
motherfucker.
wondering that question.
The motherfucker disconnected my phone, and it was trying to climb to sit on my lap, and it was
hmm
giving me piercing damage through those claws.
Yeah.
The motherfucker.
Cats really are just motherfuckers.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Sorry about that, guys.
No, it's fine. As a cat owner, fully understand.
I guess it's just Elvish. I guess the common language that she
Yeah.
would speak is probably Turban, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Elvish is its own language, not its own dialect of common. Sorry, I'm a bit autistic. Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, but giving you a short answer, I probably have to think about that. Maybe it will change in the future, but for now the answer is that Kyrie its own language. It's closer to Tervinish, and Elvish is the language of the elves from the continent of the elves, so it's different from
Yeah, yeah,
everything.
yeah. So I'm assuming instead of giant, she speaks Vlai, which is the giant area.
Hmm.
Jelakla.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce words right now. Not mo-
But
But yeah.
if you all have common as a language in your character sheets, then let's presume that common is Tervinish, okay? Uh, it makes the most sense to be the global language. And
Mhm.
let's say that
We were
it's
all-
precisely that language that the leader speaks. It's it carries some accent to it, but it's understandable enough that you all can communicate with him. First, he starts by greeting you and then says, "Welcome. I suppose this is the first time you have ever sat down with any of the tribes of Zenak."
Hisaya gives him a look as in like in a nod no.
But either way,
As far as I'm aware, yes.
I should warn you now that you are free to eat with us and to feast with us. But you are not free from your duties as guests. You have to show us respect if you don't want to be dragged out of our camp.
Filiker, from his kneeling position, does a bow.
But if you are here in
Holds
good
it.
faith, sorry, go ahead.
Filiker, from his kneeling position, does a bow and just holds it.
But if you are here in good faith, then we can become friends. You don't need to bow.
Oh, okay.
Filiker, roll an insight check real quick.
Hisaya also gives a
Alright.
curtsy.
Anyone that tries to kneel or to give,
She gives a curtsy, which
Yeah.
is a female version of a bow.
yeah, to anyone that
No, we're
does,
just nods in acknowledgement.
Filiker doesn't know where he is.
My insight, sorry.
yeah.
Elijah will reluctantly also nod.
Yeah, he keeps dismissing all the nods and bows and whatever that you guys do, and he keeps no, just don't do that, don't do that.
It's feeding his ego, guys. It's feeding his ego.
Why is that insight, Hisaya?
That is a 24.
No, but
Oh wait,
why?
I accidentally rolled again because I also bowed.
Okay, but
I curtsied.
do you want
And
to do something or just for that?
I just want to know what he's. I just want to get the general vibe. Also, I rolled again because I misclicked.
Yeah, no problem.
But I
I
wanna,
don't remember what you have to
know.
roll.
I got the 20. I got an 18 and a 13. I think the 18. My first roll was still better. But but I wanted to know, like, give him a look over, see what he's thinking. Is he more apprehensive than we are? Is what I'm trying to see.
Yeah, your 24 gives you full knowledge. You believe that behind the mask, he is completely chill. He is on his best. He has his homies with him.
Sorry.
He has nothing to fear.
Well, it's more or less. She's also refusing to sit down for right now.
Mhm. Okay.
He's kind of standing in attention.
But for Philiker, you, as you, that moment when you bowed to him and he asks you to go up, you notice something, uh, some doubt in the tone of his voice. He was about to tell you to stand up, and then he stuttered a little when he was looking at you. But that was pretty much it. You probably are wondering why we attacked. It needed to be done. I don't regret attacking you that night,
Because of a dream.
but I want that to be the last of the attacks. If you were to help us. Yes, because of the dream.
We don't mean you harm. We were only defending ourselves.
We know.
We have no personal vent, uh, hostile intentions. As far as I am aware, and as far as I am concerned, I am amenable to you. My main thing, my main grievance, if I may speak freely, and only for myself, not for my party, not for the caravan. I promised the people of that caravan that I would protect them, I would see them through the desert. Whether or not you are just in your actions, whether you are correct, people still got hurt. And not even just the caravan. Your people also got hurt. Both sides were harmed in this engagement. I would just like some assurances, more than words, that something like that does not have to happen again.
It depends on you.
I would love to know more details about why were you specifically targeting this caravan.
Yeah, so, and about the dream, what was the dream about?
Yeah,
That would be very helpful information.
yes. Because apparently you know more than we do.
Yes.
I mean, yes, if you do not regret your actions, clearly you had good cause.
We did. We did had good cause. The only reason you are here is because the blind sage told us he spoke to you and that you were misguided but wanted to do good. And that it was in my own path to help guide you to find where the good needs done.
Sure.
Is it
I'm
true
fine
that
with
you
this.
have met the blind sage?
Yes, he did heal me specifically. He aided me in my time of need, and I am grateful to him.
Perfect.
Okay. So, where is this great evil in our camp? What were you targeting? What did you want to take away or destroy?
We don't know what it is. We don't know its form. We don't know its name. We
Okay.
only know that there is something. The reason we
Okay.
attacked, it's because we know how things work. If you saw us in the distance, you would have prepared for attack. If not, attacked first and asked questions later. If we were to convince you that we meant no harm and try to approach to see if we find the evil, you would have suspected from us. Not without reason. We know many tribes attack these caravans. We know many of you can't tell one tribe from the other, or would even want to.
Yes, you are correct in that.
No, you're wrong. I'd be able to tell. I'm familiar with some tribes of the desert from my wanderings.
Fine, I was speaking for myself, but you do you.
I
Okay,
I was
Objection accepted.
I was as well.
No.
Wait,
mm,
how do you know
the
of our
point?
of our people? He asks Philip.
I've run into a few stragglers or rejects of your tribe that were sent out into the desert on one of my many wanders away from my hometown. You were not doing so well, but I recognized the garb and the mask when I first saw your intimidating warriors approaching our caravan.
I knew there was something wrong with you. You are not yourself right now, are you?
I do not know what you mean by that. I'm Philiker.
Mm,
Well, I'm gonna roll deception.
Can I roll an
I-
insight on Hilliker?
I would-
Can I insight Hilliker?
I would also like to insight.
Yeah, I have
Hold on,
a
my
rule.
sorry, I was gonna let you know.
Oh,
My Chromebook shut off, so I'm having to log in again.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Just,
Uh,
give me a minute.
You're not telling me?
Philiker, actually, this is to Xander, in fact. I think David and Jonah, who have played for me for many years now, know that I don't ever intermediate disputes between players. I'm not saying like outright fights, but if you want to intimidate the other, if you want to see if the other is lying, anything like that, I never intermediate between players. So, if you want, you can simply say, no, you can't incite me, you can't read anything, or you can outright tell, you see that Philiker is kind of nervous, or etc. You can say
Well,
what the other will interpret, or if you want, you can tell, okay, my deception against your insight. You can decide that. I will
well,
not interfere.
I feel like Ariel might appreciate this since I've read into the lore. If you allow me to insight and check, have this successful check because it is a match, I believe. Hisai will not use that against you because her god actually is in favor of what you're doing.
okay.
So, if she is correct on this,
Yeah, Phil Curtis, he holds his ground. If you know him well, you might be able to tell he's a little bit off put and a little nervous by the remark that the elder made.
mhm.
But otherwise, he's just holding firm and yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I am gonna do insight. Come on.
Wah,
Come
wah.
on, baby.
And there's always
Another nat one.
there's always
Two nat
the insight that you do. Let's see how I feel about that at random, and then you roll just for yourself, and you decide what you interpret out of it.
Isaiah brings out a notebook and jots in, Filliker's sweating way more than normal, as if something is off about Filliker.
But I don't think Dragonborn
Yeah, because
sweat.
dragonborns
wait.
don't sweat.
Yeah.
Why is this dragonborn sweating? Pause.
I think Elijah is just like, I don't think he registered that was like him being like, oh, you're not who you really are. I think he just like he trusts his friend, you know. He's just like, oh yeah, you know, this guy's being weird. All right, that's fine. He's not gonna assume you're up to something. You're lying. He just assumes like you're being honest about who you are. He will just
Okay.
give you the benefit of the doubt.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Virgilus is saying nothing for the moment and watching how this plays out.
Okay.
What directed towards the tribe master, whatever you call him, and I say, why do you say that? Or just sort of like throws up his hands like, nothing to see here.
For
Isaiah, to back up Filliker, would just chime in. I guess it hasn't registered yet that he's speaking in common, but she says in Zen.
Can you please stop questioning my acquaintance as if he's done something wrong, or if he is out of it today?
I will do no more inquisitions. There is simply it's merely the ages and the experience that I have. I am not leader because of my prowess in combat or because of my knowledge of leadership. I am because of my curse. I was cursed with foresight, and I have to live my life with it, whether I like it or not. For many years, I have foreseen good and ill omens for my people. Rarely, if ever, making mistakes. So, when the dream came to me, it was not saw as a wild curiosity. It was seen as an omen, some terrible evil who would be spread upon the land. That's what I wanted to stop. I don't know what it looks, I don't know what it smells or sounds, but it is there. I have seen your faces,
We've seen it.
every one of you, but I have seen your Nameless, I have seen your stories. The dreams kept happening. That's why I say that he is not himself. He is unlike his dream self. Maybe that proves that those dreams aren't completely real, or maybe
Okay. Out of curiosity, how was his dream self?
he looks at Filiker as someone who's asking, can I tell them?
Um, hold on.
Besides watching Filiker in
The
this.
the the, tri- tri- the tribes leader asks. Sorry.
Yeah.
Philker just like shakes his head and trying to persuade him.
Okay.
I'll give you the help action. I'll
If you'd
help you
like.
with that. Yeah, I'll help you with that. I think Elijah will just go, I don't think this really... I think we're getting off topic here. What does it matter what his dream self looked like? We're here now.
Yes, we came here to discuss peace.
Yes.
Mhm.
To discuss
More
hospitality.
sweat trickles down Filiker's face.
See,
I am
I think you
willing.
roll that.
I am willing to give you
That's
the
what did you
peace
say?
you want.
I said more sweat trickles down your face.
That's
You're like drenched.
you're becoming that meme from
KMPU.
What?
Kane Peel.
yeah,
Oh, God.
that's the name. Just trying to remember.
Fine. Personally, I don't see why oppose that so much resistance. We will see. If you have nothing to hide, then why wouldn't you? And it's not like you have to be afraid that you have some horrible secret.
Vergus, if I may, is this the time?
Okay. Fine point. I shall be quiet. For now.
Or now.
Going back into the matter at hand.
Yes.
We were planning another attack tonight,
Okay.
but we are willing to postpone it. You are with them. You have their trust. From the caravan leader to the navigator to every single one of them. If you find out where the source of darkness is and destroy it once and for all, there won't be any needs for any attacks. There won't be any innocent lives wasted.
This sounds agreeable. I do believe we were going to try and find the source of this anyway, as it was causing problems for the caravan itself. So I do not believe we have any problems with this. I would like to ask a favor, if I may. When your group found us to lead us here, we were trying to secure food for our caravan. food and water and sustenance. If we are to do this, I would ask simply, if it is amenable, that we be given supplies for our caravan. Just food and water, because they are relying on us to help them survive. And if we are to help root out the evil, as it were, I feel as though they would be a lot more amenable if they would have one less thing to worry about.
We have here food for this entire segment of our tribe for a few days. If the evil is swept clean, then we have nothing else to do in these parts. We can safely retreat and leave out all the remaining food and water for you to conclude your journey. But for that, we need the dangers, the evil cleansed.
So if we root out this evil, you will supply us with food?
It will, I believe it shall be enough for you to go towards your final destination, which I suppose it should be the walled city of Demo, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yes.
I look to the rest of my group to see if I got there. If they are also amenable to this.
Virgil's nods.
Volker
Fair
nods
deal,
and
fair deal.
and gestures over to Hisaya, saying, "She seems to have the power to be able to detect like that."
Very well. Elijah will stand. He will walk over to the leader, and he will stick out his hand. Shall we shake on it?
You are reasonable.
Just by your intention.
I wasn't sure of what to expect from your party. But I found myself welcoming, diplomatic men and women. If at the end everything gets fixed, you are forever welcome to feast with the Banu Qatal. And then he shakes your hand as well.
Thank you. Let it be known. If this means people will be safe, I will do this. I wish for your safety as well, and your people. I just want to do what's best for everybody.
Well,
And
This
then he will.
dinner is ready. You can eat as much as you want. You can even bring some for your other friends back then. We,
yes,
the Banu
they-
Qatal, will not eat, but it's because of tradition. Your friend who knows our ways can be can reassure you of that.
Oh, I only know the traditions of the banished Banu Qatal that you've sent away. I do not know your traditions. And he still puts his hands up in the air, but he starts to feel a little nauseous as he gets up too quickly and takes a step backwards.
Your friend isn't well. How long has he been like this?
I don't. I have no idea. I imagine it's just nerves. But my friend will be okay.
Hmm. Medicine
Maybe
or
that's a good one.
Arcana? I have a +5 in both.
Whatever
Do I
you.
need to roll an insight?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm
15.
hearing?
Very good. Apparently, unless Philaker wants to correct me on this, apparently he looks fine.
Yeah.
And you rolled well, so that means there probably isn't anything to be worried about.
Looks into the camera. I know your secret.
Nah. Okay. Yeah, at this point, Vergerus, being the suspicious bastard he is, will look at Philaker, like just squinting just so much, and go, how many are in there?
Just one, as far as I know.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
You are starting to make me suspicious.
Why are you suspicious of our friend?
I assure you, there's nothing to be suspicious of.
What has he done to be suspicious of?
Hmm.
I am
Listen.
who I say I am. I am by my name is called.
Your name is what?
Kamei gives you that look of shut the hell up. Philaker.
I know. I look back at her like, yeah, okay. but just like a look, not with any words, just like a look that would convey that.
she points at you. She points at like beads of sweat, and it's like.
Tilker just goes to wipe the sweat away as fast as he can.
Listen, I believe we are getting very off topic, and I have to admit I am very uncomfortable with the way this conversation is going. Let's just eat so we can get back to the caravan, who is waiting for us, by the way, so we can go ahead and figure out what's wrong, so we can just solve this whole issue. Agreed?
If you say so.
Very well. And then I will. I'm just gonna like stand next to Filiker to kind of like give him like support. Being like, it's okay. He's like, yeah, I think Elijah is just like, I think he can tell you're very uncomfortable with them asking about like, are you really who you say you are? And Elijah just straight up does not care about who you are. He's very sure about who you are. You're Filiker.
Can I?
So
Can
he's
I create like
I am
a
moving like next to Hisaya, and I am speaking in Elvish because I know Elvish, and I'm speaking in Elvish, but in a conversational tone, so it's not it's not evident that I'm doing like on the hush hush, and I'm going. I think either it's not him or he's possessed. Eyes open. I don't like this.
His eyes is back in giant. He just goes.
I think Filiker is actually just acting a little bit strange. I think whatever the head of the camp was saying to him has him a little bit shaken.
In
Yes,
giant, by the way.
Yes,
In
yes,
giant.
yes. Wait, so
In giant.
I don't know. I don't. I absolutely don't know what you said.
That's the point.
points.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
and Draconic being so similar, so somewhat adjacent to Giant, Philocur knows what you're saying too.
in Draconic,
More or less.
Elijah is gonna go. Are you okay, my friend? I noticed you seem a little unwell.
Back to him in Draconic, Philocur says, I think it's just the atmosphere of this place. I can feel quite a bit of tension in some of these folks. Like a lot of them are not trusting of who we are.
Okay,
I mean, I
In
can't.
Giant,
I can't really blame them.
one of
in Giant, she responds to your Draconic saying,
I would agree that this place is just a little bit off.
one
Elijah.
one of the Banuquatao behind you, one of the minions, okay, of the tribe.
Mm,
Um, he goes closer to another, and in Zen he speaks to his friend. How many languages does this people speak? For God's sake.
Oh, that was golden.
A lot.
in Kyrie, Hisaya just goes,
We speak a lot.
Yeah.
You are like Virgil infernal. Fine, be that way.
Vergers. You were remember that the Banuquatao is not eating. Are you guys eating? By the way.
uh, could Elijah do like a check? I don't know if it would be like insight or like history, just to see if like it would be rude of him to not eat.
Probably.
Because he in his mind, the less he eats, the more the caravan later is going to be able to eat.
Yeah. You can eat just a little bit, just to not be offensive to them, if you want,
Mhm.
and then keep the rest for the caravan.
That's what I'll do then. I will just eat like the smallest portion I can.
Okay. Vergorous.
Philocur like
Sorry. Go ahead.
Philocur like nervously makes his way over to wherever the food is being kept, and shakily shovels some of it from whatever container it's into the bowl or plate or equivalent that the tribe has provided, and just starts very shakily spooning or forking the food into his mouth, bite by bite.
Poor little guy. Okay. Vergorous.
And he tries to like separate himself a little bit from everybody else. Not by far, but just like a few feet.
The tribe's leader receives a kind of like a cup made of a shell of something from of a shelled creature, and it holds a liquid, a very hot, steaming liquid inside, and he receives from one of his tribesmen, and when he does, he points at you and comes walking by next to you,
Okay.
and he gives you this. He is being a little uh, careful for to not alarm everyone else in the scene. So he kind of speaks only to you, directly to you, and he says, "This is a tea made to lift out some curses. I believe your friend is unwell. If you wish to see him on his normal self, just give it to him do not let him know what it is. For I believe for some reason he is fighting this metamorphosis.
Okay. Interesting. Thank you. Can I do an arcana or a medicine to discern what this thing is?
Yes, you can.
And so I shall. Arcana +5. Go. Nat 20.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Oh fuck!
Nice.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, it's the main ingredient is the desert rose. But
My senses are tingling.
yeah, that one. But yeah, it's a you can smell and you can see by the shape. It's a bunch of herbs and other natural components mashed
Okay.
and being made into a tea. Um, you know that herbalism has actual healing powers. You
Okay.
uh, you, you do not know about this mixture in particular, or maybe since it's a natural tone, you can even know about that. It's somehow you know about these secret recipes from the grandmas of the desert. uh,
Okay.
but yeah, it pretty much looks, smells, and feels the way it should for it to be a some sort of healing specialty.
Okay. Well, all right. Then I just wanted to ascertain that like it's not trying to put him to sleep or poison him.
Yeah, you're pretty sure that's not the
Okay.
case.
Genuine healing potion. Nice. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, time to put my game face on. Friendly smile.
Yes, friendly smile.
Okay.
Totally.
Yep,
Um,
I have a bridge to sell you. Seriously, it's a steal.
If Vergus is going to talk to Filiker, could I? Because because everybody was talking about Filiker and it was making me very uncomfortable. I don't know if he'd be, like, maybe because it is Vergus and he knows like the kind of person Vergus is, he would be suspicious. Could I maybe do like an insight check to see if like is he doing something sketchy? Like just
Again, that's up to the players.
Okay, insight versus deception.
okay. Let's see. You probably have a lot better than I do.
oh, you almost net one.
Oh fuck!
Wow, Elijah.
Elijah actually coming in
Pretty
clutch
wise
for
for Paladin.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he,
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm not. I only got a +2.
I'm sorry, but the fact that the fucking fighter's more wise than you.
But that's
Yeah.
that's how he roleplay his character.
I know.
Low wisdom, high charisma, high.
Yeah, I got high charisma. I'm good at strength. I'm good at dex, and I'm good at charisma. I'm shit at everything else.
Nah, dude.
Fair enough.
Did you guys roll for stats, or did you guys just have a bunch more dump stats than I did?
My garbage stats are wisdom and intelligence.
Okay.
My
'Cause
only garbage stat is
My
Yeah,
only
my-
garbage stat is strength, dude.
My wisdom and my intelligence are both -1.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
Dude,
obvious
that's
that I
the-
really want
Yeah.
for him to drink this.
Do I feel like you're just like I I imagine because he's Elijah's, a paladin, a noble, just kind of who Elijah is. He's dealt with people before. He knows bad eggs. He knows when someone's about to try and do something to maybe harm, maybe, do something, like to get a leg up on somebody, doing something in secret, doing something to deceive somebody. I think he would, at the very least, be able to tell, like, oh, you're doing something you're not supposed to. So, like, would I be able to tell that with my insight, that you're doing you're trying to deceive Filiker about something?
Yeah, you have to be truthful here. If you guys rolled Vergarus, are you trying to deceive, or are you not?
I am trying to deceive him, but I am not trying to harm him.
I think Elijah will
My
stand up
attitude
then.
is that of someone trying to give a cat
Okay.
Okay.
for
Cat
your
owners.
own
In that-
food, and whether you like it or not, you will get it.
Elijah is going to stand up, and he will walk towards Filiker and Vergus, and he will just go, "Excuse me, what's going on here?"
I am just offering him some tea. He looks like he has a stomach bug.
Oh, what kind of tea? I love tea. I haven't had a good cup in ages.
It's herbal
what-
tea.
Would you mind if I... Just a little bit.
Yeah, take a sip. Just a sip, though.
Alright, here's what I want to do.
Don't down it. I'm watching you.
Here's what I want to do. I want to grab the cup, but in the process of grabbing the cup and pulling it towards me, I want to drop it. I want to make it look like I accidentally dropped it and spilled it on the ground.
Oh no!
I am ready to catch it.
I cast guidance on burgers.
All right. Hold on.
I'm casting guidance on burgers.
Would that be sleight of hand?
If you're just
think so,
dropping it,
yeah.
there's no.
I mean, I think the difficult, I'm not just trying to be like, oh, whoops. I am trying to make it look like it's an accident.
Okay.
I'm specifically trying to make it look like I didn't mean to do this. That I am a clumsy oaf.
I just want to say, in the time that he's passing the cup, Burgers just feels this hand on his shoulder, and he feels so guided right now. he's locked in.
I know what to do.
Okay, it can be sleight of hand.
Sweet. It's also a +2, so we'll see how this goes.
Bad.
5.
That's how it goes. Bad.
Oh my
I
god!
still
Wait,
beat you.
wait.
So-
You still beat him by default because you also had the
Yeah.
2 on the guidance. That's an 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens is I try to take the cup, and I go to oh, I'm so sorry, and then you do whatever you're gonna do.
No, you go, I'm so sorry, and I simply catch it immediately after.
Oh. Yeah, very fast reflexes. Very good.
Uh-huh.
Sorry about that.
Filiker,
Uh,
come on. It will do you good.
I look at Filiker. Do you want to drink this? I'm giving you a look of are you okay with this?
Can I cast
Oh, Chris,
can I cast some light on the cup to make it shine with like a heavenly blue?
Wilker eyes dart over towards Elijah and then back towards Vergris, and he does like an insight on Vergris.
Mm-hmm. Okay, incite me.
Let me roll another d4 because this is technically a new roll.
Mhm.
You still get a 2 on your guidance.
So 17.
Okay.
No, that's
who
for
are you
Vergris.
guiding? I'm sorry.
Fergus.
It's for
Oh,
Virgo as well.
But in this
Okay.
case, I am sincere in my intention. This thing will help you. I want to help you. You're just acting sus. I just want to kick out whoever's inside you.
Filker is like fine. He gently takes the shell, but pushes Vergris back by his nose, so he stumbles back a little bit, and then Filker just like downs the tea like a shot.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I was like, fine. Are you happy now?
yes, I am.
Filliker, at first.
Are you better now?
It was a heavenly blue tea that you
Yeah.
just drank, man.
At first, the tea tastes funny. A little. I don't know. A little. It tastes like medicine at first, right? A little unpleasant, but weirdly, you don't mind that much. But then you start to feel that something is off. Something feels like it's messing around with your insides. You hear your stomach churn, and at first you think you are going to throw up, but it's not that. You keep feeling weird things inside, and then eventually you guys see Filakar taking a step back. He stands still, but your eyesight is a little shaded, and everyone can see Filakar as someone who's feeling sick.
Can I roll a medicine?
Don't need to. You can see that his physical form starts to shimmer, and right in front of you, right as you are looking at him, his draconic features starts to give way. You can see his scales peeling off from his body, and beneath it you can see that there is a reddish layer of skin beneath. You can see that his draconic jaw, his snout, starts to glow brightly, a red hue, and when he goes with his hands to his face falls off from his head. His wings drop down on the ground.
Things?
Yeah, let's say vestigial wings from like dragon wings. Just for the flavor, okay?
Okay.
Uh, Actually, since I was corrected, do you want to do it? The description, or do you want me to continue?
You can continue.
Okay. Yeah, since I was so criticized by my interpretation of film. No, just kidding.
I just didn't think that Dragonborn had any form of wings, but okay, proceed.
Um, yeah. Filiker's face falls down in front of you. His scales start peeling off, and but you all can tell, you all can see that this is not some some form of death, some form of decay of his own self, but it looks much more like a butterfly coming out of its cocoon. When it's done, in place where Filiker was standing before, our friend Dragonborn, instead, he looks much more like a humanoid with horns and red skin. But I believe the description of the finalized metamorphosis uh, Filiker asterisk uh, you're much more capable of doing the whole description than I am. So what this person looks like when it's done.
Hold on, I need to get my notes section of my character sheet up.
I would like to say Hisai is like trying to hold you steady, bro.
Before you see a slightly shorter figure now, about 5'11", with burgundy red skin, horns that sort of curl beside his head like those of a bighorn sheep you may have seen around, but they are cracked, and those cracks are filled with brass. As for his eyes, they're like pools of molten brass. No pupils, no discernible sclera or anything. They're just all they just look like brass balls, for lack of better sense. And he he coughs, and a little thing about the size of a marble that if you're able to catch it closely before it dissolves into nothingness has the symbol of Bahamut on it, and Ilker or Wander says, "Oh, it feels good to be back in my own skin. Yes? Dang it. And a dragonborn. You have such stiff lips." And he goes and like massages his jawbones.
That explains why Filiker didn't talk much.
Okay. At this point, I look at Elijah, cross my arm,
the first thing I
Never.
do
ever
the
duck
the
again.
the first thing I do. Can I do something before you speak to me? Because we're watching him like transform. I want to pick you up by like the scruff of your like robes or whatever the fuck you're wearing, and I'm just gonna like
Yeah,
seize at you. What the fuck did you do to him? What have you done?
While Elijah's berating Burgers.
Nothing. I've been always who I am.
Oh, not you, Vergus.
Oh,
The one who
okay.
gave, yeah. Because in my mind, you've done something bad.
Okay.
You
Okay, I
have
wanna see
you
some
have. Yes, I'm picking Vergus by the scruff of his like outfit.
Saya holds her hand out to Filiker, or well, the new Filiker, Wander. I feel like a handshake.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
holds out his hand and shakes her hand, and you feel that his hands are significantly warmer if you've touched him before. That they're significantly warmer, like almost like you're trying to touch a stove that's on very low heat.
Oh, that's fine.
Not like it could burn you, but like it's like a noticeable like amount of heat.
Never,
I
ever doubt me again, Eli.
What have you given him?
A potion?
Doubt you. Why? Why are you like this?
Why are you like this?
I'm just
He
gonna
was
say, when
lying
you
to
both are
us.
bickering, I kind of like
Why
this
are
new
both-
filter.
Why are both of you like this? I feel better. Much better.
What happened?
I like the new form. Sweet, sweet.
I'm still holding you up, by the way. I have not let you go. Like, I'm just hoisting you in the air.
Please do. I am absolutely unfazed. I am too smug in this moment to be scared because I was right.
But
And this is the third time that the evil infernalist is right and you aren't.
I didn't argue. Listen, I wasn't arguing whether or not he was. Maybe, clearly, he was having secrets.
Yes.
This was not the time. This was not the place. And you had no right. You had no right.
I disagree. I had every right.
No, you don't. You don't. You don't have a right to pry into people's lives. Dig into their heads.
Oh,
You don't.
Look who's talking.
Oh.
Look who's talking.
Be offended.
No.
I do not care. Listen,
No,
you
the
can be all
problem
high and mighty
is
with
that-
me. You can be smug all you like.
Yes, I can.
I wanted to let him keep his secrets because he is our friend. If we needed to know, he would have told us in time, surely. And if he didn't, who cares? Who cares?
Says the one who cast a spell of truth on me. You fucking hypocrite!
I asked you. I asked your permission to cast that spell. I didn't spring it on you. I didn't hide it in a fucking drink. You gave me your consent. You didn't ask consent for Fergus. I had to do that for you.
He was lying to us.
I think Elijah just looks like disgusted at you. He's just like
Be disgusted.
I think Elijah just straight up throws you to the ground.
Wander uses prestidigitation to bring the sand sort of like up to meet Vergurus as he falls, so sort of like cushion the fall.
Okay, thanks.
And
Yeah, he just
Wander just nods.
Elijah's gonna walk up to Wander and just go, "Are you okay?
Who?
Are you okay?"
Yes, I am fine. I'm back in the proper skin, and I guess Moyobo's spell is finally, how you say, worn off.
What spell?
A spell that was put on me to disguise me, so that I could get out of my town without being noticed by anybody who usually sees me going on one of my, as my namesake says, wanders.
Can I do like an insight check on you? Because you're like, the way, like, I think he's just kind of worried that like something got jostled. in like the transformation
Sure.
because like the the way you're speaking is concerning him. So he wants to check in
And,
like, is this like, are you okay? Is this
yeah,
should I
and
be concerned?
he's being honest, but he'll treat this honesty as a persuasion roll.
Yeah. Still very persuasive.
I think
Oh,
you
no,
might need a new
anyway.
token.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you need to update the token art.
So
I
is
popped
your
up.
name Billiker or Wander?
Oh no, that's ugly.
Oh, you're ugly. Hear that?
No, it's a square token. Let me
Just
fix
this,
that.
I thought he was mighty
almost
fine. Other than the, I thought you looked nice. Other than the hood, like you could do away with that hood and you'd look better, man. Honestly, you're looking like a cultist.
it's just to protect from like the desert winds and stuff. Um, in response, he says to Elijah, "In Draconic, my name is Filiker. It's just in common, as you say, it's Wander, or my close friends call me Juan, for short."
Okay. So nothing's really changed then. You're still you.
Yes,
Okay. So you're okay?
yes, much better after whatever that was that you tried to knock out of Burgerus's hands.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're okay.
I'm glad. I'm glad you're okay with my true appearance, cause you weren't too kind to that imp earlier.
well, I mean, that imp was a demon. You're clearly not a demon.
And I'm not his part, so
No, that's it. I'll put it this way: tieflings are not of hell necessarily. They just clearly something along the bloodline has an association. That does not mean they're of the hells. Tieflings can be good people, devout people. I've met several paladins that are tieflings. Your bloodline does not define you.
It was the combo back in
many
the day.
many apologies. I just assumed, based upon your previous actions, that you would not take too kindly to how I truly look.
I understand
You've been
the
through that
sentiment.
easy shit. Don't
Shut
worry
up,
about it.
you. You've
No,
done enough.
I won't.
Look, Filiker, I'm glad you're okay. If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go prepare for our way back. I think I need some air. And Elijah is just gonna like start like heading to the entrance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wander harmlessly shoots a firebolt at Burger's feet just to make him dance a little bit, just for the fun of it, and starts following Elijah.
Hisaya is also gonna, with that firebolt being shot, is also going to use Druidcraft to, make the fire a little bit brighter from the fire.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Fine, fine. Fight on the warlock. I was right. You know I'm right.
trolling. Hisaya's just trolling you. There's a difference.
Wander looks over his shoulder and says, "Yes, you were right, and I thank you for forcing whatever that was into my hands." And then he follows the other two.
Meh, I'm staying here. of the
Me-
interparty dynamics of this group.
I know.
They're so messed up.
Yeah, they
I
are.
know.
This
Yeah.
group has such an autistic, for lack of a better word, dynamic.
Yeah.
At one moment we're like all best friends, in another moment we're all trying to kill each other.
I think the thing is like
They're-
Elijah, like
Yeah, that's
he's more
Elijah.
upset. Uh, Elijah's like more upset that Filliker like he just I don't know the way the way Vergus acts like I don't know he just feels like he didn't have the right to do that.
Okay, in Verger's
Wha-
mind,
wha-
if you lie once, you can lie on everything. Because he is very lawful evil. So he sticks to it, and he has been open and sincere on anything since you met him. So he put his money where his mouth is.
Isai's gonna call Elijah over.
Yeah.
Wander sticks his first two fingers up under his hood and touches the side of his throat, and using thaumaturgy increases the volume of his voice, and he says, "Thank you, almighty tribe leader, for the food and your hospitality. We will leave now as not to cause any more unnecessary drama in front of you." And then he lowers his hand and quickly dashes to catch up with Elijah and Isaiah.
Okay.
Isai's
Elijah
gonna-
will approach.
She's gonna hold her hand out with her thumb up, as in requesting your sword.
He'll give it.
Now, she's gonna stab it in the sand, and she's gonna look at you.
Can you do me a favor? Can you recount your oath?
Damn.
Oh yeah.
BRB.
Damn. Yeah, putting Elijah on the spot, bro.
My oath is to people. I help them to guide them. My oath is to be there for anyone I can be.
So, when he was giving the elixir, per se, to Filakr, now Wander, why were you so hesitant? When he showed intention that was innately good, just as much as the tribe leader had shown the same intent.
Conversation. The while in good nature, while in with the best of intentions, probably was making him very uncomfortable. He was very much not. He was very distressed. Whether or not he had his secrets, and he clearly did. Clearly, he had things to hide. But they were his to keep. They were his burdens to hide away and maybe tell us at some point. Vergus just decided he didn't want to wait. He could not trust Filliker to keep his own counsel. So he didn't take no for an answer and just gave him his medicine forcefully. I take offense to that. Consent matters. People's will, it does matter. He did not have the right to force feed him that medicine. Well, thankfully, Wanderer Filliker is happy, is doing well now, but Feliker, if Feliker got hurt, but he still got revealed, do you think Vergus would feel bad about that? You think he'd still be smug? I know he would.
Hisaya's gonna push her longsword a little deeper into the sand.
If you had caught twins, what had happened, in fact, was Vargas was so intent on giving Filiker that potion. And eventually, Filiker caved. Filiker did not have to cave in to drink the potion. He drank it willingly on his own consent. If you were to have looked and followed what was happening, you would have noticed as well. Thus, you had technically gone against your own means of consent by trying to stop Filiker from drinking that potion, or elixir, whatever it was, on his own consent and terms.
Before I tried to stop him, before I tried to spill the drink, Vergus would not have told him. He would not have. He would have just let him drink it without knowledge, because knowledge does matter in consent. The way we help people does matter. It
And-
does.
And you did not even question a little bit of what was actually in the drink. You went to go ahead, and instead of trusting our own party member, I know Vergus can be a little bit rash at times, but there still has to be a little bit of trust because he showed intent of good, even though we both know he has made a lot of nefarious choices. It is more or less the fact of, instead of inquisitive nature of trying to confirm if it was good or not, you chose to instantly do something that could have harmed Filiker more than it could have helped. Imagine if you drained that potion or elixir and now Wander can never be Wander again.
Wander says, the spell would have eventually worn off, and with like a sleight of hand casting, he cast prestidigitation, which causes Elijah's sword to sink into the sand up to the hand guard.
No, I say you are right.
And he sort of gives Elijah a sly look and a wry smile.
And no. Hisai will respond to Wander saying,
The point of the matter is that there was too many unknowns that Elijah acted on, rather than asking questions.
You're right.
Imagine if you had unwillingly and unknowingly broken
None of
your
us are bad.
oath.
You're right. Just as Vergus took initiative to force feed him the medicine, I also took initiative and denied him his medicine. Both of us not knowing the outcome. You are correct.
she's gonna start pulling your sword out. Who knew it was being used as an illusion?
What would you have
So-
me do?
She's gonna look at you and look at the sword.
The situation is very much like your sword, as I have been pushing it into the sand. The more and more you neglect the knowledge that you need to act, the more you sink. But as you understand and know more, you can start acting and pulling yourself out of the sand.
We're very wise, Miss Hyacinth.
Yes, she is wise beyond her years, even though she is many, many, many years older than myself.
She pulls out the sword and kind of gently hands it back to you. Blade
I
pointed
gently,
down.
I gently take it back. I hear your counsel. Thank you. I'll sheathe my sword.
She nods.
And I will wait for Vergus.
This is why I
Okay.
play wisdom characters and not intelligence characters.
Mhm.
I get to use actual illusions. Again, that was a pretty damn good illusion, if I have to say so myself.
Yes, Mayobo is quite skilled in his magics.
Elijah will slowly, arms like to like his side like open to show like he's not hostile. He will kind of slowly walk up to Vergus. I I owe you an apology. I do not agree with what you did. I still think you were wrong, morally, by not giving him a choice. But I am also wrong because I denied him that choice just as much. So I am sorry for my hostility and anger. I should have
I
perhaps directed a little bit more of that to myself, and I am sorry.
I accept your apology. Water under the bridge. I wish you would stop singling me out. Because you
I
see,
wish. Continue.
let me finish, please. So, my intentions are clear. With that, I am not saying that I did not do what I did for selfish reason. I told you up front that all my reasons are ultimately self-serving. It's who I am. But that does not mean that me being self-serving would go against the party. Far from it. Our goals align. So, from a moral standpoint, you have the right to judge me for having imposed that thing on our companion. Yes, I accept that. Not that I care, but I do accept it. It is a sound judgment. Not a practical one, but a sound judgment, morally.
Vergus,
I
if I
did
could.
it. Just one
Sorry.
thing, then you can speak. I, I did it because I am firmly convinced that a person who lies once can lie forever. And you can say anything about me, but I never lie. Not to you, not to anyone else. Whatever I did was always out in the open. I am done.
I would like to say First, in regards to your last statement, your words have been honest. Your actions have not necessarily been so. And I reference directly to you trying to deceive him into taking the drink. It implies some form of lie, a lie of omission at the very least. It's still a lie. But, as you said, water under the bridge. But I would, if I may, counsel you. You are self-serving, and you have been honest about this. I would say you are not by yourself anymore. You're a part of a group, Brigus. You have to trust us, if just a little bit. It goes both ways. I can't trust you till you trust me, and you can't trust me till so on and so forth. You have to trust in us, even if it's just a little bit. Trust that we'll tell you things. Trust that we'll have your back. I will protect you, Brigus. I will help you and I will guide you if you need me. I have been honest about that. I have been hostile to you, admittedly. When it comes down to it, I will protect your life. Just as I hope you would protect mine. As you have protected mine.
Yes, and that will not change. Oddly enough, I trust you.
Oddly
You have to
enough,
trust
I'm the
us.
most- Oddly enough,
All
I'm
of
the
us.
least trustworthy.
Oddly enough, you are the most trustworthy of the bunch because you're predictable. With you, I know what I get.
It doesn't have to be this way, Brigus. We don't have to beat each other's throats. I want to do what's best. I want to adhere to my oath, and I want to protect people. That's all I want to do.
And you are absolutely free to do it. I haven't interfered with that. Have I? We're out here doing good. I can assure you that any other patron other than mine would have dragged me back to hell for this blatant violation of the evil code of conduct. Luckily, mine is very understanding. Miss her. But anyway, that's beyond the point. The point is that I am not averse on helping puppies and saving orphanages as long as it serves my purpose, and it does. The moment it will not, I will be the first to come and tell you. And no, I will not go at your throat first. Because that would be stupid.
Promise me one thing, and I will adhere to this promise too. We will not take things in our own hands if we don't have to. I won't deny people possible medicine. You will not force feed them it. We will have to trust each other with the small things. Not just our lives, but these small things.
Wander this whole time is fixedly staring at his feet as he digs in the sand with his newly reformed toes.
Hisai is gonna gesture Wander to move Wander.
Okay. That's all very fairy tale, and I can say that we were lucky that it did not come to the worst. But
We are.
what if he was possessed? I understand your need to be moral, but sometimes you have to be practical.
In that case, just promise me you will try your best.
Always try my best.
Then I will try mine.
I don't do half-ass. And yes, I did check that potion before giving it to him. I was also suspecting that that guy over there might try to poison him and was leading us on. I am not that stupid. Everyone can fake friendship. Everyone.
So intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, God.
Yeah.
I could cut it with a knife.
Murderous is lawful evil. He's a man of principles.
No, Hisai
And
schooled Elijah.
Strongly.
Hisai schooled Elijah. Now Elijah's getting schooled by murderers. Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all teaming up.
This is two sides of the coin. Like, he's getting schooled in intelligence right now, and I schooled him in wisdom.
Yep.
It's my two negatives, dude.
Yeah. You were needing it.
I mean, I don't want to ruin your optimistic view of the world, nor I want you to be me. We've been there. We've done this discussion. I don't want you to be me. But as you say that I should grow in certain areas, maybe so should you. And
Perhaps you're right.
that's what I am trying to tell you. As someone who is genuinely interested in the fact that you remain alive and sane. Because if you keep doing that, one day someone will scam you big, and you will wake up with a dagger between your shoulder blades. And you can say, it was worth it because I preserved my honor. Which might be something for you. I do not take that value from you, but you will be dead. Nonetheless. Honorably, but dead. I would like for you not to die. You're decent at chess. Who would I play with?
I will take your words into consideration.
So will I.
That's all I can ask.
And now,
With the newfound energy, Wander is just running circles around Hesaya, the happy look on his face.
remind me to ask who put that curse on him.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Mhm.
He's gonna be so high energy now. Did the curse like dampen his energy?
No,
Is that-
no. It's It's tieflings. They're all like that.
Are they all like that?
Hisaya's like enjoying this. Like even though she's like a parent over here, like watching her
See,
child run around.
It's the
She's
same
like,
blood, especially if they're demons.
Mm.
Demons are like balls of random.
See, I've met a few tieflings, but like not like we haven't had like in-depth conversations. It's not like I
After
ask
that
how their
remark-
biology works.
Because you
After
see,
that remark
it
from
depends
Ver,
online.
after that remark from Ver, which I was able to hear from a distance, Wander just like gives him a sharp look, and then goes back to doing a side conversation with Hisaya.
to be fair, Wander is reminding Hisaya like the of like her old village and like the Fey-esque tendencies that the elves would have when they were grouped up together. So this is kind of like a little semblance of home. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Can't take the chaoticness.
Well, I
Ay,
guess we should go.
yeah, we have a camp to feed and a bastard to catch. Apparently.
Yeah.
Justice to uphold or something. I don't know. I'm
Well,
tired.
Wander would have probably grabbed some food and provisions that were being offered and put them in a sack or something to carry out.
Yeah, you were not offered anything more than what they prepared, they cooked for you. Okay,
Hisaya's still eating her stuff. She's walking
So-
out. and eating it.
that's why Elijah was trying to eat as little as possible to. But
Oh,
but you have been offered enough food for a banquet. So one dish from each of you could feed 2 or 3 people. Like, yeah, not to full their belly, but enough that they won't starve for the day. But you have
Time
been
to doggy
promised.
bag.
Yeah, you have been promised that all the rest of all their supplies and provisions will be yours once the darkness, the shadow is taken care of. Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you. Hisaya's not sharing with those caravan members. No,
It's
no,
your
no,
choice.
I,
Yeah, that's
no,
up
I
to you.
said this earlier. Out of everyone in this party, Hisaya is probably the least trustworthy. I'm a true neutral. I am fully self-serving.
The full menagerie in this group.
Yeah.
and I'm
You really do.
chaotic.
You really do
Besides
just get
that,
the full spectrum.
Hisaya's not evil. She will help you guys, but she's
Yeah, no, it's just. That's so funny.
Well,
Yeah.
but as you are now returning to the caravan, I think we should end right here, right now. What do you think?
Yeah.
It's getting
Level
late.
10.
I have to tell you that we are nearing the end of the first act.
Roll my
The
next feat wins level 6.
the big reveal. Your level 6 will come once the big reveal of what's in that wagon is
Oh no.
is done.
Yep.
It will probably be next session as things are looking right now.
So yeah, Ariel, I need to talk to you about what could potentially be in that wagon and how Hisaya might react if she's the one that goes in there.
Okay. I have seen your message, but you sent me
That's the
mid session,
one,
so
that's
I
the one.
didn't read it.